Did you manage to land a lucky pull on the welfare meals tonight?
Let's just get straight to the point. Has anything else happened with the society?
Patience, Paimon. Even as the situation continues to brew, we still need to make sense of what we learned so far and go over any sticking points. I'm actually still thinking about the first thing that came to my mind when I noticed something amiss. Namely, why didn't anyone come to me about it?
Oh, that's a good point. Could whatever they're afraid of be so powerful that even you won't be able to do anything about it?
But even if such a thing existed, how could they be so sure without checking with me first? It'd be one thing if it was just one or two people, but it seems like everyone's convinced that I won't be able to help. Which leads me to believe that it's more likely that they think I just wouldn't care to help them. Yes, something like that. Dugier must have told them something to make them think I won't take their side. So it became imperative for me to refute that and prove my true stance. Of course, I had originally planned to do this in a more covert way, but I had to improvise when you identified the guy who'd lost his hat with everyone present. There was no way to keep our investigation a secret after that.
That makes sense. Wait, then does that mean it was all Paimon's fault?
The last thing that guy wanted was for Dugier to find out that he'd lost it. He would have never brought the matter up on his own. But now, not only has Dugier found out that he'd lost his hat, he's also realized that we were the ones who found it. That likely set his internal alarms off all at once. Yes, that's the conclusion I came to as well. It's the only thing that could explain the fear. If we didn't act right then and there, Dugier would probably come up with some other way to hide the truth and we'd be back to square one. So after giving the matter some thought, I tossed that black gem onto the ground. I must say, I was pretty satisfied with the results.
Ah, so you did that on purpose?
Yes, that's right. Of course, that box was discovered as part of our investigation of the Society from the very beginning. I had no way to know if any of the members had actually seen the gem before, but since I had to do something, I decided to gamble. Right. And I said back there that I had no idea what the gem represented. That should have been enough to let people know that it's still early days for my investigation. And since I was traveling with you, heroes who have never turned a blind eye to evil and injustice, they would also understand that we're here to help, rather than to tolerate or uphold the status quo.
You used us as a part of your plan too!
My apologies. There was no time and quite a lot to explain, so I figured it might be easier to just let you see a few things for yourselves. But I can assure you that I've now told you everything there is to know. Of course, you're under no obligation, but I would really appreciate it if you could continue to lend me your support and help me figure out the true secret behind the Society. Would you be willing to lend me your support?
But Paimon's still mad at you!
You have my thanks. Now, there are still two outstanding matters in our investigation. The first is the secret of the hats. I've examined one before. There was nothing suspicious about the item itself. The other is the true purpose of the black gem. We haven't been able to get anything out of anyone with actual knowledge of it. It's my hope that a brave fish will take my bait and venture outside of their dark and murky pool. I'll put some music on while we wait.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but may I come in? I'm afraid that someone's been following me.
Please, do.
I apologize for my lack of composure.
these two are the guests that came with you to our gathering place, correct? Yes, my lover Fasol told me all about you. Please, help us, Your Grace. He's in great danger right now.
Slow down, take a deep breath, and start from the top. What happened at the Society?
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I will try. I think I should start from when you saw Fasol last.
You mean when we saw him at the gathering place?
Yes, he fled immediately, but many members are hot on his heels. Thankfully, he still managed to meet up with me and explain everything that had happened. Now that he's lost Dugier's trust, what awaits him is agonizing censure.
Censure?
Censure is Dugier's method of establishing control, as well as the thing we all fear the most. Rather than listening to me explain what it is, Your Grace, please, just let me show it to you. Every secret may be found within...
Here you are. I was wondering where you had run off to in such a hurry. Please excuse us, Your Grace. It was never our intention to disturb. She rambles often, has
I don't recall hearing a knock or give...
Oh, my apologies. I merely did not wish for Your Grace to be alarmed. Had I not been so focused on...
Like we'd believe you.
Please, there's no need to be upset. It's only natural to want to side with the poor sick girl, but...
Well then, what if the reasonable man...
That would be perfectly fine with me. Oh, and just so you know, we've also found the missing Mr. Fasol. I had no idea why Thankfully, he has already returned to his senses.
I'm sorry, Your Grace.
This is what you're afraid...
I've never seen that thing in my life.
Your Grace, I don't think there's anything else she would like to say. Pressuring her will not get you anywhere.
It's all right, Elise. As long as you tell me what it is that you're terrified of. No matter what it is, it will no longer be able to hurt you. I swear this on my name and honor as the Duke.
Your Grace! Forget it. I'll keep my mouth shut. I've already said everything I could say about the matter.
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but I really don't have anything more to say. Please, don't press me further.
But why?
In that case, Avis and I will be off. Once again, please accept my apologies for disturbing your peaceful evening, Your Grace.
Miss Avis, please show me your head. That is an order. There's nothing there.
Your Grace, I know you have long tired of my words, but please believe me when I say you've merely let your worries get to your head. The Society has never caused trouble for you or any of the guards at the fortress. We've spent all of our time working hard and trying to lead better lives. Why are you doing everything in your power to prove our guilt? What's wrong with the current state of affairs? I'll do anything for you, as long as you give me the word. Why are you so intent on getting rid of someone who's been unfalteringly loyal?
Your words bore me. You know the consequences if I find you to be lying.
Everything that I do for the Fortress of Meripede. But Your Grace is welcome to visit us any time to confirm the true intent of our activities. All right, Avis. Let's head back.
Just what's up? We should have shown it.
Sooner or later, he must have been well prepared. The entire society, and that's why he dared to bare his fangs right in front of me. And the true secret of the Society is neither on the hat nor... Dugier probably knew this from the very beginning. However, if we were to look at the rules, it would also seem...
Yeah, none of this makes sense to Paimon.
But
If there's nothing... From the way Duji... The hats are definitely being used to hide...
I have an idea, but...
Huh? What is it? Tell Paimon about it!
You mean this thing? So, she handed a key piece of evidence over to us without Dujier noticing. That would mean that Avise didn't stay silent out of fear. She stayed silent because she'd already given us what we needed. Let me take a look. I managed to remove this from the hair clip. It's long, slender, and conical. It's hollow on the inside, and looks something like a cross between a nail and a thorn.
Paimon's lost again.
Let's see. What if we do this?
Hey, what are you doing? Wait. Some kind of dark liquid is leaking out of the gem. And some of it has been absorbed by this thorny-looking...
You've probably heard before that water is filled with the strongest emotion. With that in mind, this liquid is...
Oh, so that's why even touching it will make you remember unpleasant things.
Dujier would be able to censure others. I can only imagine how it would feel to have this directly injected into your brain. The moment it hits you would be like being flooded with all the terrors you've ever experienced in your life. Agony, desolation, and an overwhelming sense of despair. No wonder they're all so terrified of it.
So, was the hat meant to cover up their wounds?
And that might not even be all. We can't let Dujier escape with...
Come on, we can do it!
Grace, we have taken the Society members into custody. They all tried to flee just a little while ago, as if they had received some kind of order. We decided to forestall their plan, and were just about to send the word when you unexpectedly arrived.
Great work, everyone.
You had prepared for something like this all along?
I had them stay here to keep an eye on things, so I'm glad that my intuition turned out to be correct. Perform a thorough search of the Society's headquarters and bring all the members to me.
Understood, Your Grace.
Now, let's check on them. As expected, they all have a hollow thorn inserted into a wound on their head.
Ooh! Paimon's glad her eyesight isn't so good that she can see it from here. Paimon's gonna float away for a bit.
They probably left it there as a lasting reminder of Dujier's censure. These people must have had to endure an unimaginable amount of pain. Let's go check out the other areas, too.
Hey, come here! Have a look at this! This is a book that Paimon found in a box next to the bookshelf. The colors of the covers are completely different, though, and the names of the authors also don't match up. Yeah, and they dared to claim that they wrote these too. Huh!
Look at what I found. This is a surveillance port. With this, Dujier would be able to... So even if Dujier's not there in person, indeed, it's easy to become lost and confused when you're given no instructions or any kind of script to follow. And if any action you take may be deemed a mistake, then perhaps it's better to do less, or to not do anything at all. Dugier has already tamed them to his will.
Your Grace! Your Grace!
What's the matter?
We couldn't find any society members in the other areas. It also seems like none of the equipment in those rooms were ever used. All the signs of wear and tear are fake. The lime scale, the layers of dust, they were all deliberately added. We also investigated the members' residences and weren't able to find anything. Their neighbors all say that they haven't returned home for ages.
Oh. Is that right?
They're gone? That could only mean...
Indeed. As long as he allowed society members to mingle with others, even with threats of censure, Dugier knew that he couldn't stop all of his members from speaking out. Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value as soon as a whistleblower sounds the alarm. So instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. The rest areas, the fancy equipment, even the members that we saw, they were merely part of the front. And only the most docile and well-trained members were selected as his performers.
But then, where can we actually find him?
Let me think. Dugier must be holding all the rest of his members in another place. And if the overseer of my fortress guard has never alerted me to anything of the sort, he must be in Dugier's pocket. I'm of the same mind. Let's go. You two, follow me.
Did that person flee here?
That's the most likely scenario to me. He's probably already caught wind of Dugier's declaration of war against me, and has fled to seek his protection. Let's keep heading down. There are some abandoned areas in there. Since he needs space, I'd guess Dugier probably converted them into his headquarters. We should be on the right track. Now we just need to find that turncoat. Let's go. We can take this path. You guys take the other.
Look! There's a fallen guard over there! Paimon sees some society members too!
After them!
It's rising! Run!
Did Dugier send you?
Come on! It's
I will take your cooperation.
Mr. Dugier, we were just about...
So, in other words, your headquarters should be...
Yes, it's just down this way.
Guards, take them away. Let's go. It's about time that we find out what Dugier's really after.
There's so much space down here.
Yeah, these are all former work areas. They've been left abandoned due to a lack of funds. There are usually guards on patrol here. It would seem that all of those guards have been bought as well. Stay sharp. He's got a ton of surprises waiting for us, I'm sure. On the way now.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive! Oz, reveal the scatter! I'll protect us.
A moment, please.
Exterminate!
No rest for the wicked. Have a safe trip.
Shower me with praise! Let my name echo in song! La, 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 la.
Away now.
Hey, are you okay?
You're safe now. Just follow the guards and leave this place.
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here? Dougie, real...
And that would explain the strange decommission. Seems like he's...
Hey, what's this?
Seems like some kind of handbook. Ah. The members are not 5 members. Anyone who report... I see.
But that's just...
To obtain food and water. To avoid punishment. Finally, isolated and without hope, they accept their fate as Dougier's... Do you remember what happened to... She's usually all for...
Ugh.
No, your decision. The human heart. Those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime. If I'm not mistaken, the space ahead should be the central area of this place, but the door's been locked. Rather than confront Dougier, I think it's more important right now for us to rescue as many society members as possible. You guys should wait here. We'll try to open the door and check out some other spots.
Open the door. Would we have to do something to this mechanism here? Paimon doesn't get it at all. Forget it, Paimon's just gonna do some trial and error. Whoa, it's turning! Is it because we touched this thing? The other side's open! Let's go. Strike a pose! Huh. the show begins. Like real.
A moment, please. It's gonna get a little chilly.
Yeah. Time to shine. Ready, steady, go.
One now.
It's so high. We're not gonna have to climb all the way up, are we?
Activate the mechanism in front of us first, just like before. Let's see if that changes anything.
Ooh, the water level's gone way up. So that's how we'll make it to the top.
Let's begin. These should be the prison cells. Lots of empty cells in here. Dugier's probably moved them elsewhere already.
Let's still rescue the ones who got left behind, though. Every person counts. Hey, it's all right now. You can leave this place.
No, I won't try to leave anymore. I'll never try to leave again. Someone close to me. I don't want any trouble.
No, we're not gonna do that. Please calm down. We're not bad people.
We won't be able to get through to her right now. Not with the stress response in the way. I'd also guess there are many others here who are more or less like her. Let's let the guards take care of them for now and keep pushing forward.
All right. Let's search for an exit first.
The door's open. Maybe it's His Grace. I'll go take a look.
I leave this area to you. Make sure to bring everyone out safe.
Understood. And please take care as well, Your Grace. We'll return here right away and await your orders.
Just focus. Let's go back. That mechanism, don't forget to bring these.
I must confess to being furious. To think that there are still some of you who find it permissible to spit upon our rules. Remember their names. Fasal and Avis. They've betrayed you, betrayed us. And today you will see with your own eyes what'll happen to those who betray our cause. Go on, Avis. Pierce his skull with the thorn in your hands, and then push in the Aqua Dolores.
Nauseating.
Is that?
Ah, Rise, must you still refuse to let me be? Did I not spell everything out for you already? What's so blasphemous about sharing a slice of the cake with me when you've already got the entire
It would seem that you can't see the difference between sharing and looting. And look at your people.
You. Have you forgot what's so wrong about punishing those who... And please, are you really gonna tell me that you care about their lives and well-being when you just need a supply of labor to keep this place running? Is it that...
Sadly, you're wrong on both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen them as currency. The fortress is not only a place for confinement, but also a place for rebirth. Just as people are free, they may have made mistakes, but they... And most importantly, but you! You're destroying their spirits with fear, taking their... And you say that's...
He's really mad.
You think me arrogant, Risley. Well, I think nobody actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place. See it for what it is. No prisoner will listen to you out of gratitude of their hearts. The whip is the only way to make them obey. Had you been just one step slower, I would have already... Your vision gives you strength. But how long will it hold against these powerful constructs?
You talk big, but in the end, you know nothing outside of power and control. In that case, let me give you a small taste of what...
Germinate! Scatter! Yoo-hoo!
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
A moment, please. No backup, huh? Fun by me. Get a little...
Let the world come alive! Ready, steady, go! Scatter! Let's dance. Strike a pose. Ha! Oz revealed thyself. Let my name echo in song.
If you think fear can control everything, well then, terrify me.
Don't high road me. You're just another crook. And it's time you got treated like one.
What's the matter? Too scared to shoot straight?
I'm warning you. Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here. As the Duke, you should set an example.
Funny how that slipped my mind. Well, from this point on, you can forget about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check. But if the Duke wants somebody dead, he needs no justification. Understood? Sorry for taking so long. Did I?
No, not at all. Paimon.
If you ask, I could comfort and compensate them all. I have to take responsibility for it. Yeah, it's the least that we could do.
So, do you have a plan?
Oh, Dugier? I've already got an idea. For now, I think I'll do nothing.
Huh? Why?
I think it's a very fitting punishment for him to have to imagine the sorts of punishments that will soon be coming his way. He'll be left in the dark with regards to both the dates and the details of his punishment. Of course, that's not... I'm going to talk to the members of the society. He'll get a chance to experience everything that he's ever
Paimon didn't know you could also be so harsh.
Why do you think I'd do that? Anyway, jokes aside, how about this?
No, Paimon...
Don't worry, it won't be the same old welfare meal. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
Oh, then you've got your... Go, Barbara, go!
Ah, you're here.
Paimon never forgets about meals, even if the traveler... that's not what Paimon...
I'm a little confused, actually.
Hey, not you!
Jokes aside, which means that everyone should be able to recover after a period. As for their mental recoveries, most are making good progress as well. We've added a few...
You sure got it.
I try my best. After all, it's my duty to take care of everything that happens within my territory. Please, go ahead. Ah, that's a bit of a long story. I once had a similar... I was an orphan. Once we were older, Mom and Dad would turn us over to be individually adopted by families of greater means, and go on to adopt more young children. They were perfect parents.
And then?
And then, all children that were sold would leave the house, and nobody would know what became of them. As for those who didn't sell, did you know I once considered myself an extremely lucky child? And I was also not the first to find out about the truth. All those who found out before me were simply... I could never shake the feeling of irony every time I juxtaposed their tragic ends against our parents' adoring... Yes. Like the society, my parents created a facade of joy, lied to satiate them. They did all of that, but never considered how their actions would utterly... But I did. So in the end, I killed them and set all of the remaining children free. My methods were extreme, but I was still a teenager at the time. I'd been betrayed by those my doubt and helpless anger pushed me forward until I got what I deserved. It's all right. You don't have to tell me what you think. The least I can do is to make sure that the same...
Sorry to disturb you, everyone.
Oh, it's a...
It was all because you...
We came here on impulse.
Please, go on right ahead.
It's... I'd like to be...
You're getting married?
Yeah. Ooh, but even during our... And after this incident...
But we're still... So we are just wondering, is our request a bit...
You're right in that the fortress has never hosted a wedding before. But that's no reason to say no, is it? I'll help...
We are actually...
Yeah, and we have full...
Your trust...
Hey, loosen...
Yeah, I'll always...